Okay, so hey guys, it's been a really long time. As you can tell, probably I think the last I might want to turn that fan off. It's been really hot here lately, so I've been having this go basically 24 hours a day almost. Um, but yeah, so I think my last video was about a month ago, and that was about the is the Blackhawks name and logo considered racist video. It did a lot better than I expected. I thought, it was just gonna be like a one-off video. Interestingly enough, it did get a dislike about it, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's still an interaction, so dislikes don't really affect anything. I don't really care about dislikes. Um, I got a whole bunch of them in that other video. I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, and I'm not. Thank goodness, because that video was like what, over 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that. So that needs to go away and just you know. But yeah, so basically, the reason why I haven't been making any videos lately is because, again, it's just a bit of a lack of motivation. And, it's just, I've been involved in other things lately that, just takes my mind off of making videos. So it's just, I must have said that it's a lack of motivation for like probably like the 50,000th time by now, but it really is just a lack of motivation. You just don't want to. You don't like. I left my webcam unplugged for like probably 2 weeks straight because I just didn't want to, even think about making a video. But sometimes, when you have nothing else to do, you just kind of just plug the camera in, just start talking to it again. So that's what I'm gonna do. There's a lot of stuff that I have actually missed out on talking about. I really wanted to talk about it, but I really didn't want to turn on the camera and talk. So there you go. So first off, I'm pretty sure everybody has been, wondering what are my thoughts on what happened with the Chicago Blackhawks and how they upset the Edmonton Oilers in the play-in series. I was really proud for Chicago. That was a series that I really wanted to win. I didn't want to tank and throw and just have a chance at getting number one overall pick, which I'll get to that in a little bit because it involves the Rangers, which is my second favorite team. Um, so the Blackhawks upsetting Edmonton. Absolute just tear to my eye. I did not expect them to score with the offense that I did not expect them to be that dominant. Well, I wouldn't say dominant, but like that first game, I think Edmonton scored first, and then Chicago scored like 4 goals in 6 minutes or something stupid like that. That was insane. Kubalik had an amazing first game in the playoffs. I think he set like a rookie record or something like that, or at least matched it. Something with like Brian Trottier or something, like how they had 5 points or something like that in their first playoff game or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the record is. But yeah, Kubalik, amazing young kid. Would be ashamed to let him go if we don't decide to re-sign him or whatever, because that kid is something else. Only problem is that we do not have the cap space to keep everybody on our roster. So Kajula has said that he enjoys playing in Chicago. He would love to stay in Chicago, but it depends on how much we're willing to pay him, because Kajula we can easily just get somebody else that will fit Kajula's spot. Kajula is only making $1 million a year right now. If we re-sign him, he's probably going to ask for 1.5 or something like that. So, we don't have that much space. We still need to re-sign Strome. We're going to need to re-sign Kubalik soon. We have DeBrinket's big boy contract coming up soon. There's a few others that I'm forgetting. I'm going to go ahead and... I don't usually do this during... let's go ahead and check cap friendly, because I totally forgot who are the UFAs and RFAs. Okay, so Kubalik we have to re-sign this year. Strome we have to re-sign. Slater Cuckoo we could just kind of let him go. I don't know if we want to do that though. Let's see. David Kampf has 1 more year. Oh wait. Kajula is making $1.5 million a year. Okay, so if we re-sign him, he's probably going to ask for the same amount. I don't know if we can keep him for $1.5 million. He's expendable. So I mean, I don't know if we keep Nylander around. I mean, Nylander is on an entry level contract, so he's only got 860,000. But still, it's like, do you really want to keep him around for one more year, even though he's making that much? You know, Saad has one more year left in his contract. Same with Zach Smith. You know, it's just it's tough. And plus, you know, Crawford might have just played his last game. We don't know if he's going to re-sign or if he's going to want to take a pay cut to stay with the Hawks. You know, it's a lot of stuff in the air. So it's going to be tough. But, you know, hopefully the Hawks are going to they'll pull through this, and, you know, hopefully they'll get the right amount. They'll keep the right people around. So yeah. But but when they went up against Vegas, I didn't expect them to win against Vegas. If they were going to win against Vegas, it would have taken 7 games. Like, there's no other way that they would have won against Vegas. I prepared for Vegas in 4. I was praying for Chicago in 7. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm glad they did that, though. I mean, it's good playoff experience for all the young kids. Taves really showing that he still has it, and he's still, you know, he should be compared to one of the greats in this sport. Absolutely dominated in the Edmonton series. Not so much in the Vegas series, but I mean, Vegas is just they're way outclassed. You know, it's like they're way better than Chicago. So didn't expect to beat them, but hey, that would have been nice. Again, good playoff experience for the young kids, and, you know, good to, you know, just show people that, hey, we can still kind of, you know, do this. We still have what it takes. We just need more, you know, synergy. That's one of the things that's, you know, really been kind of killing us, is that our team synergy isn't really the best. So, I mean, we definitely have the offense capable. We have lots of star talent on our forward line, but, you know, the synergy just isn't really there. Kane was pretty cold. I mean, he scored a goal in Game 5 against Vegas, but, you know, we really needed him to step up a little bit. And, you know, Kane is one of those players that is just, he doesn't start out right away. It takes him about 10 games throughout the regular season to really start to warm up. And then once he's warm, he gets hot. And then once he gets hot, there's no going back. He just starts going nuts, you know, which is what we saw this past year in the regular season. He didn't really score that much in the first, like, 10 games or so, 8 to 10 games. But then once he hit around Game 15, that's when he started kind of, you know, going on a tear. So, yeah, it is what it is. But, I mean, Kane is still a superstar, you know, basically guaranteed Hall of Fame player. I mean, there's no way he's going to be snubbed out of Hall of Fame. I mean, he got snubbed out of the top 10 players of the decade, but, I mean, he's not going to be snubbed out of a Hall of Fame inductination, or whatever you call it. But yeah, anyways, now I want to get on to, actually, before I go on about that, I do want to talk about the current picture in the playoffs right now. So we're down to round 3. We're down to the conference finals. So the Eastern teams have traveled over to Edmonton. So now they're playing the conference finals strictly in Edmonton. So it's going to be 1 game per day. And in the West, it is Dallas versus Vegas. And in the East, it is the Islanders versus the Lightning, Tampa Bay Lightning. Personally, in the West, I would like to see Dallas advance. And in the East, I would like to see the Islanders advance. Reasons why is, Dallas has always kind of been like a kind of middling team. They're not amazing, but they're not crap. They're just kind of in the middle. You kind of expect them to just be in round 2 at the very most. You know, they don't really. I mean, sometimes they'll make a push to the conference finals. I mean, they won the cup once in 1999. That was when I was like barely even a year old. And they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals the very next year, where they would lose to the New Jersey Devils. And, so they're not really a team that you would kind of expect to, go all the way. I mean, they're definitely good enough to play a round or two in the playoffs, but that's about it. this is like, I think this is their first conference final since 2008, and it would be really nice to see Dallas advance to the Stanley Cup final and actually have a chance to win a Stanley Cup again. And plus, their jerseys are awesome. Green jerseys. Amazing. Even though the striping is kind of similar to how the Blackhawks have it with the, the white, black, white, sort of thing. But, I mean, they're still great jerseys. And Vegas has they've already seen their share of success. I mean, they went to the Stanley Cup Finals in their first, in their first year of existence. They famously choked Game 7 of the first round against San Jose, which was quite hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it was really hilarious. And now they're back in the conference finals. It's like they've seen their share of success. Like Dallas deserves this more. They've been kind of on again, off again for the past 20 years. So yeah, go ahead, good for Vegas. I mean, good for Dallas. They're here. Might as well just make a push to the Stanley Cup final. Let's see how it goes. And in the East, why I take the Islanders over Tampa is much of the same reason. I mean, this is their first conference final since, 93, when they, that was supposed to be the team, like, that was the team that was like that had a Cinderella story. They knocked off the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions in Pittsburgh, and then they would go on to the conference finals, where I think they got outed by Montreal, I'm pretty sure. I think it was LA and Montreal in the Stanley Cup finals, and Montreal beat them. So yeah. So that's amazing. That's a really good story right now. I mean, Barry Trotz has just completely transformed this team, and this team is freaking amazing. Which is crazy. I mean, it's absolutely crazy how, they get rid of a player like John Tavares, and they're even better without him. And meanwhile, John Tavares is in, Toronto, and he's not won anything in there yet. So, yeah. But let's see. But yeah, another reason why I choose the Islanders. I lived in Tampa for 3.5 years. Like, you have no idea how salty they are still about 2015. Again, I'm a Chicago Blackhawks fan. We beat them in 2015 to win the Stanley Cup. We're not even rivals, and yet, I'm walking in the mall with like my Blackhawks shirt or like a Blackhawks jersey or whatever, and you have no idea how Tampa Bay Lightning fans are still salty about 2015. Even though we're not even rivals, we beat them in the Cup Finals once. That's it. Like, that's our only time we've ever met in the playoffs. Big deal, and yet they're still salty about it. They shouldn't be salty. They have a much better team than us right now. We're basically on the verge of having to rebuild again. The only reason why we're not is because we have, Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane. That's the only reason why we're not rebuilding. And yeah, Tampa is a much better team. I'll admit that right up. They're a much better team. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Tampa's a much better team. They have no reason to still be salty about Chicago, and yet they are. I still get crap about it. When I was in Tampa. I mean, now I'm back in California, but I mean, when I was living in Tampa, Florida, I was getting crap everywhere. So it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to see the Islanders have, some sort of, just some sort of deep playoff run, and maybe get to the finals again, for the first time since '84, when they were a dynasty, and then Edmonton beat them and started their own dynasty with Gretzky and everything. So, yeah, cool. So those are who I want to be in the Stanley Cup Finals. If both of my predictions are true, and Dallas and New York are in the Stanley Cup Finals, I really don't mind who wins. Either one could win. I'd be damn proud of either team. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get on to that now that I'm running around 14.5 minutes. Rambling again. I mean, to be fair, I haven't made a video in a month, so there's a lot of stuff that I need to say. So, what else? Right. Number 1 pick overall. The Rangers won it. And I could not be any more excited. When that ball came up and I saw the Rangers logo on it, I flipped out and I was yelling. I was wearing my Messier jersey. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is a lucky jersey. I mean, it didn't pull for us through the play-in series against Carolina, but it pulled through for us now. It was holding in all this magic energy for this moment, So it's like, I mean, I've been joking about this for the past couple weeks, but it would be kind of hilarious if, since there's all this hype about Alexis Lafreniere being the number one pick by far, and a lot of stuff, and all this hype about him being number one, and him being or the New York Rangers having the first overall pick, and then now they're like, yeah, it'd be a really nice chance to play for New York. It's a great city, blah 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 blah. So they do all that, and then I would just laugh and be a little bit pissed off at the same time if on the draft day, when the Rangers go up the podium to go select number one overall, they just go up there and be like, LMAO, we picked Byfield. it would be pretty hilarious, but they're not going to do that. I know they're not, but the sheer possibility of that is just hilarious to me. So yeah, but anyways, it'd be really nice to have Lafreniere in New York and play for the Rangers. Nice little cup window there before we have to pay him, before we have to sign him to a big boy contract. But Alexis Lafreniere, there's about 3 years of a cup window there that we possibly could have, so we could probably see Rangers as the Stanley Cup champions in 2022. I'm not picking them in 2021 because they still gotta figure out that stuff, in the first year that he's there. But I can probably see them winning in 2022 or 2023. Blech, such a freaking mouthful to say. This next decade is gonna suck. Talking about years and everything. So yeah. Anyways, really really excited for the Rangers, and yeah. So last bit of news that I have, I finally was able to get myself a new jersey. I am finally. That's kind of also the reason why I've been kind of off lately, is because I've got a little bit of a job going on now, so I'm kind of working and I'm getting money, so I'm able to afford jerseys again. And this time it's from a team that doesn't even exist anymore. I know my head's been blocking it the whole time, but you can probably see it back there, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it out for you real quick. Hartford Whalers. This is their design that they used in the last 5 years that they were in Hartford. Of course, before this, they had they didn't have any of these dark blue accents. They just had green and white. And so and also this logo here, there wouldn't be this big patch, so this H wouldn't be all gray. It would actually be part of the jersey. So it would just have the W here, and then the whale tail, and then all of this inside here would be just the regular jersey material. So yeah, but yeah, this is I got this from Sports Cape, not Full Moon jerseys this time, surprise surprise. And this is basically kind of how CCM would have made it back in the 90s. So basically most of the other CCMs that I have back there are basically the Heroes of Hockey reproductions that are made by, I guess, Reebok. I can tell because even though the fabric, it's made the same way, it doesn't feel the same way. The fabric on those CCM Heroes of Hockey jerseys that I have, they feel a little bit softer and they feel a little bit lighter. These ones, they actually feel kind of rough, and they're a little bit, they're made a little bit differently. And also, since this is a size small, but the sleeves are about a good inch shorter than those Heroes of Hockey ones. So I can actually wear this and not have to, do that whole thing and push this, get the sleeve to fall back down my my forearm. But yeah, so there you go. And you can also tell the two C's aren't red. They're this, and the CCM patch on those jerseys are a lot thicker. At least the I guess the twill that they're using to make this, it's a lot thinner on this one, so it's a lot more bendable. Instead of that one. That one's a lot more thicker, and the two C's are red, and then the M here is like, you know, kind of a brighter blue, not just this dark blue. So yeah, really cool jersey to add to my collection, and I'm really really glad that I have it. So yeah, kind of a odd rarity. Best logo, hands down, in any sport of any team in history. I don't care what you say. It is a very very clever logo. I really wish Hartford was still here. I mean, they're Carolina now, so I guess technically I can wear a jersey to cheer on for Carolina, because, you know, they did embrace their Hartford history with those reproductions. You know, and they have Whalers Night and a lot of stuff, and they play Brass Bonanza, which is amazing. That's really cool. I love it. So yeah, very very cool. Sports K. They have, like, I think 2 left in stock. I remember when I went to go buy it, there were only 3 left in stock, and of course since I bought one, there's only 2 in stock. So if you want this, it's $90 on Sports K. Now that I brought some attention to it, I think those are going to sell out relatively quickly. So yeah, there you go. Actual CCM jersey, which is really really cool. Yeah, really nice to have in my collection, and you know, definitely one that I'm going to enjoy wearing for a little while. So yeah. But anyways, I think that covers everything that I need to talk about, why I've been gone, and all of my thoughts on everything that's been happening lately. So, yeah. I actually did record I had made some videos in the past, or at least tried to record videos in the past, but I did have the hockey game going on this TV, and during the recent crackdown on NHL content on YouTube, I figured that would be a bad idea, because I was watching the game while I was recording the video, and, you know, since there was some game footage being played in the background, that would not have been a good idea. So yeah, but anyways, again, I hope that really covered up everything that I needed to really talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try to get some regular content going for, over the next few weeks or so. You know, especially since the draft is coming up, and, you know, we're in the conference finals now, so the Stanley Cup is going to be awarded very, very soon. So, yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this, you know, sparks some more regular content being produced on this channel over the next, you know, few months or so. So, yeah. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.